Isn't that absurd? Seon Ho is making history now that he's back. Just when his critics thought his career was over, he signed an incredible multi-million-dollar contract, proving he is unstoppable. However, the real question is how he pulled off this incredible return after one of the biggest scandals in K-entertainment. Stay tuned for the novel's themes of atonement, resilience, and why you should never undervalue Seon Ho. You will want to watch through to the very end because of the unexpected turns, I assure you. For Seon Ho, it's not just any comeback. The actor in Fantagio just signed a massive multi-million-dollar contract at an astounding 2.1 billion won, or $138 million. This is not merely a career return. It is a full-fledged message to the industry. After years of unfair controversies, uncertainty, and a violent public fall from grace, Seon Ho is ready to regain his status as one of Korea's most bankable celebrities. But how did he get one of his largest contracts after being publicly humiliated? Put on your seatbelt because you won't soon forget this story. Let's revisit 2021. It was when Seon Ho was at the top of his game. He was adored by his fans, businesses were lining up to work with him, and his drama Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha was a big success. But overnight, everything collapsed. An anonymous ex-girlfriend accused him of pressuring her into getting an abortion. Even though there was no concrete evidence or even just his name being mentioned, the people turned against him, and the internet went crazy. Seon Ho admitted that he was the target of the charges, and the reaction was severe. Companies, like Pizza Hut and Amazon, sacked him right away. Projects that were given to him, lost. His reputation was ruined. In a culture that values appearances, Seon Ho became a villain right away. His apologies were initially taken as an admission of guilt, which was untrue, and his silence only made the situation worse. The speed with which he dropped was terrifying. One day he was canceled, and the next day he was on top. But this is the shocking part. Weeks later, the truth started to come to light. Leaked text messages and testimonies presented a completely different picture. Seon Ho hadn't put pressure on his ex-girlfriend, as it turned out. In fact, he had been sympathetic, helpful, and even prepared to take responsibility. He had been there for her through the entire decision to undergo an abortion, which they had made together. Because of the public's distorted perception of what had transpired, Seon Ho had suffered. Perceptions gradually shifted. Fans returned after deserting him and expressed regret for their hasty decisions. Hashtags calling for justice became popular. Some of the businesses who had fired him even secretly tried to renegotiate contracts. The industry realized that its portrayal of Seon Ho as a villain was a mistake. Seon Ho did not return home quickly. He took his time and made small decisions to rebuild trust. His first major setback was the 2023 film The Child, which showed that his talent had not faded. His supporters embraced him after his interviews and public appearances. But this 2025 Fantagio contract is the most important event. Fantagio did more than just sign him. They invested in him. With a $1.38 million deal, they are making a big bet on his star power. Besides, why would they not? Seon Ho is not only an actor, but also a symbol of perseverance. After surviving one of the worst scandals imaginable, he came out stronger. Fantagio is making a smart move with this. Since one of their biggest stars, Cha Eun-woo, is planning to join the military, they needed a force to be reckoned with, and Seon Ho is that person. This transcends wealth and celebrity. Never give up, as the story of Seon Ho reminds us. He persevered despite ongoing criticism, losing his job, and being publicly shamed. He waited, worked hard, and let the facts speak for themselves. And his fans? They were by his side constantly. Their loyalty hugely affected his comeback. In a field where cancellation may be fatal, Seon Ho showed that talent and truth can triumph. So, what do you think? Is Seon Ho's comeback the classic underdog story, or do you think the scandal will always accompany him? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. To ensure you don't miss any of our updates, please remember to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell if you like this in-depth look at his trip. We applaud your perseverance and never undervalue the significance of a second chance. See you in the next video.